Have you ever found a card layout you loved so much you wanted to use it over and over again with different stamps for different occasions with different papers? Well, today I'm sharing one of those layouts with you. Hi, I'm Julia with Julia Sue's Stamping. And if you've ever sat down at your craft table and wondered where in the world you are going to begin, then this layout is one of those that will become a creative lifesaver. It's simple enough for beginners, but it has enough leeway to make experienced stampers just love it. It's super easy to customize with whatever you have in your crafting stash. And best of all, I'll show you some variations so you can see how easy it is to create different looks with this layout. I'm going to walk you through it step by step, share some ideas with you of how to dress it up or how to keep it clean and simple, and then give you some inspiration showing you different colors and stamps and styles. By the end of this video, you're going to have a go-to sketch that you'll be able to use for lots of different occasions, especially whenever you need a quick and beautiful card. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, now before we begin cutting and folding, I want to be sure to let you know that there is a free downloadable PDF tutorial just for you. And the link is down in the video description, so you don't have to scribble all the measurements on a napkin like we're solving a mystery here, okay? This layout is one of those sneaky good card designs. It looks a little bit different and it feels really special, but it's still very quick and doable. I've started with a base of cloud cover. It's 8.5 by 5.5. I scored it and I folded it at 4 1/4. I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer and I'm going to mark 1 inch on this card front from that fold. So I'm just marking it with my scoring blade up here at the top. Just a tiny little mark. Perfect. And now here is the fun part. I'm going to take that mark right there and I'm going to pull down this card front, and I'm folding this top right corner down on a diagonal so that the folded edge right here is about that 1 inch away from the center fold. It's not hard to do, but it does make the card say, "Oh, hello, I'm feeling fancy today." I have a piece of Blackberry Bliss that's been cut to be 4 by 5 1/4, and you can see on the card front here that it is a good 1/4 of an inch different on the sides, right? So it's going to be a really nice layer. When I use it here, I'm going to turn it over, keeping the top and the side edge on there. Okay, now I'm going to place that right where the groove is in the paper trimmer. I'm going to hold it steady. I move that card base and then I cut. If everything worked right, it should be a beautiful layer here. And it will be. That is going to be just perfect. All right, this is how I like to cut angles without measuring a thing. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing with this white layer I have that's 3 3/4 by 5. I line it up on the top and the side of the card front. And then I'm going to be able to turn it over. I'm going to be able to put the card front into the groove, basically right there where that fold is. Do you see where the groove is? And now I'm going to remove the card base, put the guide down, and cut it. This is one of the reasons why I absolutely love this layout. There are no complicated math gymnastics. Just use the card base as your guide and let it do the hard work. So bringing in a piece of scrap paper, and I'm using Lily of the Valley stamp set for this card. I've got the leaves and the basic beige ink. And now I'm going to stamp the Lily of the Valley leaves in the basic beige ink on the basic white panel. I'm going to turn the stamp in different directions so it has a soft, pretty background stamping look, because that's basically what it is. Getting it in there. And there. I think we'll do one more right there. I'm going to adhere my stamped basic white panel to the Blackberry Bliss layer all the way. It's just centering it right on there. I'm going to adhere these two layers to the card front. Like so. Now for the sweet little focal point, I'm layering 2x2 squared Valley and Bloom Designer Series paper onto a piece of basic beige. This square of basic beige has been cut to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So simply adhering that into the center. And then this piece is going to be put onto a 3x3 piece of the Blackberry Bliss. Now this is another reason that this layout is so absolutely fantastic. This little layer here could be designer series paper like I have it. It could be die cuts. It could be an image. It could even be a scrap that you could not bear to throw away, because we all have those scraps, right? They have emotional support status at this point. I'm going to add some dimensionals underneath this flap here, and I'm going to add a lot of them. I have some dimensional pieces here that are pretty much gone. I'm ripping them off and using the whole package because they're all perfectly good dimensionals. Taking the paper backing off then and folding it down. I'm going to add the focal point to this flap using multi-purpose glue. So I have just a moment or two to move it around if I want, and that way I also know it's not going to get anywhere it shouldn't be. There. Just kind of centered in that little square area that's left. All right. Perfect. That's so pretty. And then for the inside of this, we're going to have a 1/2 inch strip of coordinating designer series paper along the bottom of a basic white panel. This basic white panel is only an 1/8 inch smaller than the card front or the inside of the card will be. So what does that make it? Not 4 1/4, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So we're going to go ahead then, and since it is so tight, I'm going to use the adhesive that's liquid. So I've got just a moment or two of wiggle room to get it exactly where I want on the inside of the card. Placing it down and getting it right where we want it. Just that second to move it is perfect. All right. And then it also frames this focal point, as you can see. Isn't that pretty? Now for the sentiment. Now for the greeting. I'm going to stamp happy birthday onto this sentiment piece. Get that all the way. That looks great. Using the basic beige ink again. I'm going to go ahead and trim the right end at an angle. Then I'm going to use this as a guide to trim a bit of basic beige to match. I'll adhere these two greeting pieces together, and then I'm going to pop them up onto the lower part of the card. I'll use dimensionals for that. So I'm simply going to put these on together, and I'll see that when I cut it, this edge came up a little bit. So I'll go ahead and put that down. All right. I like it about like that. I think that looks fantastic. I like the depth that's created with that little bit of a basic beige shadow. And now for the dimensionals on the back. We're going to just use a bunch of these edges here again. Take the paper backing off and pop them onto the lower part of the card. I'm going to bring in the Sunset Sparkle sequins and my Take Your Pick tool. I would like to use the cloud cover colors on this one, and I'm going to simply put one kind of hidden right here and a bigger one pretty close to it, but slightly at an angle. And now I'm going to do the same thing up here and another big one right there. And I think I'll take a fifth one and place it right here. Because, you know, 5 sequins is basically self-control in my craft room these days. All right. Well, how do you like this one? It's so pretty and fun, and this helps the inside feel so finished as well as the outside of the card. And I kept it simple with using stamps, ink, and paper. We do have some embellishments, but that's the only thing that really fancied this up, right? No die cuts today for this card. So before I show you the stepped up versions, please be sure you give the video a like if this layout is something that you'd like to try, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more ideas and tutorials. So if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be your crafty cheerleader. Here's the first variation using the Sunset Coast bundle and the Scenic Coast Specialty Designer Series paper. I used that same basic card size. I folded this little corner, but I stepped it up with a die-cut lighthouse, a sunset behind it, a few clouds, and a little fence detail at the bottom. It's the same layout, but it has more dimension and more scene building. So if that first card is sweet and simple, this one packs a tiny vacation and a lighthouse into the envelope. That sentiment of wishing you a lifetime of joy is so sweet, and I finished it with the clear Sunset Sparkle sequins. Here's a bright and cheerful version of the same layout. This time I used the Springtime Scenes bundle. I used beautiful Ordinary Life Designer Series paper, along with the Words and Wishes bundle. This one is definitely the I have my sponge daubers out, nobody could stop me version. I colored the flowers, I colored the leaves and the ladybug pieces using sponge daubers and inks. And then I built that focal point on a black and white polka dot square. The birthday greeting is die cut and stamped. And the timid tiger sparkle, the sunset sparkle sequence, just add the most perfect finishing touch, including in the flower centers. So there you go. One really easy layout, 3 very different looks, and lots of ways to make it as simple or as stepped up as you want. This layout is definitely worth keeping on hand. Well, that's it. How quick and easy is that layout? It's awesome. It's so versatile. I think you're going to love it. Remember, the PDF tutorial is listed down in the video description. It's absolutely free, and I really hope that you grab it, make some of these cards your own, and I would love to see what you end up creating. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day today and that you have a chance to get inky. Bye.